welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to the B57, the Bulgarian 57-inch MHZ catamaran build. Okay, it's been about a week since I uploaded a video on this. Today we're going to be installing, getting the drive worked out, along with mounting up the motors. Okay, this is a CCFP 6mm thick carbon fiber motor mount that gets mounted in the sponson here. It's a topside supported motor mount, custom cut, custom made for this exotic boat. Okay, super nice, super durable. We're going to be running these 5670 785 kV motors, TP motors, which is a 56-111 on 12S with these HOBBYWING SEAKING V4 300 amp ESCs paired up with the WFly X9S transmitter. Okay, driveline will consist of a 1/4 inch MHZ cable stepped up to an 8mm main shaft, then stepped back down to a 1/4 inch prop shaft. Okay, yeah, so in the last few videos we got the drives in, we got the rudder mounted up, we got the steering buttoned up, got the servo in, battery trays are in, and I've already kind of got a jump start on the driveline. I've already got a slight bend in it. These stuffing tubes basically mount up into the drive through hole base there, and then this MHZ stuffing tube support, adjustable support standoff, actually kind of keeps the stuffing tube in place and in position with a MHZ bearing oiler block. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm working on the center of gravity right now. I have my batteries all the way back, and I have the motors, they're forward, but they're in their farthest back position with the stuffing tubes in their current like length, right? So right now, with the batteries back and the motors as far forward as we can go, the CG with the hatch on, with the drives on, with the steering hooked up, the battery trays in, CG's about right there. That's with the batteries back. So right now what I'm trying to figure out is if I want to run the motors here, or if I want to put the mount like back about an inch. Okay? So we're here right now. Moved the batteries all the way forward. Okay, so we're right here with the batteries back, which is pretty good for some really fast ovals. Okay, if you're trying for 100 plus, the CG's like right here, and that's actually good, but to me it almost feels like it's too far forward, right? I almost feel that we can, I'm pretty sure we can move these motors back. Okay, so what I'm thinking, right, because we're going to pour the tips of this, we're going to pour this center section with pour foam. Okay, pour foam is not the lightest foam in the world. It's a good foam, it's structural, and I'm thinking when we pour this pour foam up here in this whole center section with the batteries back and the pour foam in the boat, I'm thinking the CG right there, and that will be as far back as we can get it. So I'm thinking we need to move these motors back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly pull these cable out. I'm going to kind of offset the stuffing tube here and move these motors back a little bit. actually, I'm going to kind of move the ESCs back a little bit too. Let's keep the batteries where they're at. Okay, so batteries forward, motors back, the CG's here. And once we pour it with pour foam, it may bring the CG exactly where we need it. You feel me? So with the LIPOs back, motors back, okay, so it's right here. Once we pour the tip, the tunnel with foam, it should bring it up to about where we had it originally with the motors. Yeah. So final answer here. We're going to, I don't think I'm gonna mount them here. I think I'm gonna go up just a little bit, like right in there. Okay, so we're gonna need to cut this. We're going to need to cut about this much off our stuffing tube. Okay. That's going to free up some room for the ESC to get mounted, room for the wires, also free up a little bit of room to get the batteries in and out. Okay. So I'm going to kind of get some stuff mocked up. I'm not really going to do a whole lot of walking through. Like I did in my last video, I'm just going to get some stuff done, you know. So we got a game plan, right? So I've been doing some setup here. Okay, I've had the stuffing tubes in and out the boat, trying to get the bend matched up. I ended up taking, I don't know, half inch off the cable or so. Okay, I got it marked back here, and I got them like in the drive equally. And I have the mount, the stuffing tube mount retainer, kind of positioned about where they're going to be. It may change. I got it lined up to the motor here, okay, and I actually measured. I measured two different places. I measured from here and I measured from the transom, and I got it marked out here, okay, on both sides, so I get my motor positioned. I will also pull a measurement from the inside of the sponson or the transom of the boat, whichever feels maybe the best, and we'll kind of mark it here, and then we'll also pull a measurement on the bottom of the sponson and mark it like right in here, so I get both of them kind of set in the same place. Initial glue up is going to be most important. We will glue the motors up with the cable in. I've kind of considered mounting these posts first, get the post in the boat perfect, and then mounting the motors. But I think I'm going to mount the motors and then position the stuffing tubes according to the motor, because they both should be perfect, right? But in a perfect world, you know, we're going to get them as close as we possibly can. So moving the motor back, because remember it was about right here, moved it back about a ½ inch or so, give or take, kind of freed up a little bit of room for ESC placement on the wall there. Okay, so that's going to be a little nicer to get to if you have to service the ESC, or when you're pulling the batteries in and out, you're not going to run into the front of the motor. So everything seems like it's going to work out. I got the stuffing tube pretty much lined up to the motor, right? And then you got a bend. It's kind of funky, right? Because you got an angle here, and then you have an angle here. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to kind of split two different angles, so to speak, to get the stuffing tube to run straight into the drive. You don't want it to be curving like right out the drive through hole. You want it to go straight into it. So it has to be kind of a perfect alignment there, you know. Got just enough room for the cooling lines to go in, and the stuffing tube would kind of help hold the cooling line into place there on the through-hole pickups. So I think I'm actually pretty much ready to install these. Now we need to prep up the mount, and we need to prep up the hole. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this pencil and kind of mark out about where it's going to be at, and we need to do some major prep work here. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for both. Okay, get it all prepped up. I'm going to go ahead and measure, make sure my measurements are both on point, and then I'll finish marking both mounts. Okay, so it looks like I got pretty good alignment to the stuffing tube there, right? I measured this mount, I measured this mount, I measured the block, that block from the back of the sponson back here, right? Made sure they're the same distance. Made sure I got the bent right. I got this epoxied in. It's not cured, just I'm working on it, checking alignment here. Okay, and then we need to match it up on the other side. I was just showing you that cable looks like it's going pretty much straight into that stuffing tube. Now if I need to add a little bend once this mount is cured out, we can do that. That's why I went ahead and did the motor first and then the stuffing tube, you know. Before I do this one, I need to make sure I have the height on that stuffing tube. I want to make sure that post is set in the same exact area this one is, right? So everything kind of falls into place, so to speak, you know. So this is looking pretty good. I just tacked it in place. You can see my little bead of epoxy around it, and then we'll go through and reinforce it. Make sure everything was kind of cleaned up before I leave it to cure. The angle looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Got some filling to do. As you can see, these motor mounts, they fit, but they had a little gaps. This side over here, I got some of the gaps filled. I got that bottom corner. We're going to run the fillet, the reinforcement, all the way up to the tape. Okay, got everything prepped up with my grinder. All right. Oh, wait, I got to get that piece of foam. See that red right there? We'll get that. So I got some epoxy, fiberglass, and a little bit of carbon fiber mixed up. So I'll lay this out. I got it mixed up so it don't sag. I got the starboard side over here done. Well, my first application, I went ahead and did all the way around the top side. Okay, I got the port side sanded. I've already did the top side here, connecting the mount to the top side for reinforcement. It's all sanded and prepped, and we're about to prep up this one for a little bit thinner carbon fiber layup. I chopped up the carbon fiber to so it lays down nice. You know, we'll put some dye in this go around. It's turning out pretty good, I must say. Be my last application of epoxy carbon fiber. Got it contoured, shaped the way I want it. This right here will be my final like coat application of epoxy. Okay. As you can see, I sanded as much as I could, as close as I could to the tape. So when I peel the tape off, we shouldn't have any state on. We probably will in a couple little spots, but I took my sandpaper and sanded all the way to the reinforcement. You know, thinned it out as much as I could. I did not pull the tape off on this one because trying to get this cut identical the way I have it now, it's just going to be impossible. So I actually took some like 500 and sanded here, you know, shaped up right in here on both sides. Pretty sure this should be good. I really don't think it's going to go nowhere. We'll see. Alright, well, final application. Alright, so I got my final coat on there. I'm about to pull the tape before it cures out. Hopefully the tape peels off all in one piece, I'm hoping. So it actually looks pretty good. I got my little corner there. Tried to match them up top. A little fillet there, here, right. Tried to make my line as straight as I could. Alright. See if I can do it one-handed here. Oh, it was coming off good, man, until I turned the camera on. Oh, I was going to try to do it on camera, but maybe I should do it off camera. Oh, that's going to be good, man. Heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. So it's been a few days since I uploaded my last clip. You guys seen me epoxy the motor mounts in, okay? I peeled all the tape off, scraped all the tape off, and we got one more coat of epoxy pigment to go. I decided to go ahead and mount up the motors. Motors look good. They look so perfect in here. Right, I've been working on getting the stuffing tubes bent and met up to the collet, the cable in the collet. I've been working with the block off, and I just put the blocks on because I was happy with my bend and placement. I got my stuffing tube marked, and we're about to actually epoxy the mount in. I'm just going to tack it in place first, make sure it's in position, and then we're going to take everything off and really like epoxy it in, you know. That mount, it's going to do a lot of work, right? It's going to keep everything in position, you know, because it basically in the drive back here, these stuffing tubes, they just kind of sit in there, right? So you basically push your stuffing tube in the drive, and then you basically rely on this one screw right here to hold it in place. So the mount to the hull needs to be ironclad. We need to actually put some blue Loctite on this final assembly, make sure that's good. And I actually have a couple LIPOs in. Well, I got one 6S battery hooked up on one side. I need to get a Y splitter for this, or make one. I plan on making one. Everything's lined up really good, you know. I haven't cut the cables to length yet. Just kind of listening to it. Sounds really good. You know? I think I'm going to go ahead and just 5-minute this down, and then we'll go around it with slow cure as reinforcement. That way, if it needs to be broke loose and realigned, we can. All right, so I got these posts tacked into place. Okay, before I tacked them, I actually had to grind an angle on the bottom to get them like so that they're standing in the right position. With the stuffing tubes, I've actually marked the stuffing tubes because they are pretty specific. Starboard, port side. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of prep this up, rough it up, and we'll go ahead and get this epoxied in. All right, basically back here, it's pretty much done. Got this guy right here, the servo mount reinforced to the top side. The motor mounts are in and finalized. I got the stuffing tube supports reinforced fiberglass carbon fiber built into the boat. They are fully adjustable. I got the stuffing tubes bent I got perfect alignment to the motors. I have both ESCs hooked up. 6S, I have some oil on the drive line, so we're not dry running it. This is my second time spooling it up. It's only 6S each side. Cut the cables to length, okay? I may need to refine that length a little bit. Sounds good, sounds good. So I need to go into these ESCs and program clockwise rotation into this one. This one is counterclockwise. They're both spinning the same direction. We'll work that out. It'll be fine just for unloaded bench testing. So now I need to drill the hole for the oiler block. Okay, I need to make sure that's right. Get the hole drilled, take the stuff into it out, drill the hole, put it back in. I guess I need to mark it first, but I'll do that off camera. I'm about to get these ESC mounts in. Okay, I have them cut out, I have them profiled. Actually, I'm waiting for a piece of like some carbon fiber for reinforcement to come in the mail, like that tape, that carbon fiber tape, so I can reinforce these from the inside so that they don't go anywhere, because these ESCs are pretty heavy, you know, so they're going to get mounted on the wall. Boom. We'll do that in a little bit, or in the next video. Actually, the next video will be binding and ESC calibration, kind of walking through some of the parameters. I have not hooked this up to an app yet, so I was planning on doing all that with you guys in the next one. So yeah, she's getting close. It's looking really good. We'll see you guys next time, man. We'll see you next time. I wish I could get more done on this boat, but it's hard for me to get out to my shop out here, you know. Family, it just don't work where I can come out here every day, all day, you know. So yeah, we're getting it there. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, she's getting there, right? We'll see you guys next time. Turned out pretty good, I must say.